Dear hi everybody, and welcome, my fellow uncouth Americans. I am Shannon Nestor, Shining Star. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, lazy bastards, jeez. Demons, devils, and gods in American music in the ever so befitting Dirty Dozen of the music mini-series. The 90s and 2000s. We have come a long way since the invention of early broadcasting from radio and television. This era was ruled by cable TV and specialty music channels. Rap music had become the new mainstream for every race. That's everything from Ice-T to Beastie Boys. Everyone was a rapper. If you could beatbox with a sharp tongue and a quick wit and a good rhyme to match it, you were a rapper. Let us agree to disagree. The Catholic Church simply said, as long as it doesn't cause you to sin, you're good. You're good. But that wasn't the case for every church. Even some black community churches were against rap, and a lot of churches in general against heavy metal, the new rock and roll. The answer for a lot of artists? Christian rock such as Creed and Christian rap such as Idol King. Modern singers by this point not only have the knowledge of the industry's dark secrets, but they even have a little bit of history to back it up. But they still, or their families, will sell their souls and name for fortune and fame. Such as Disney kids. Yes, Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and Miley Cyrus. Setting the trends for our tweens and teens of the changing generations, from Generation X to millennials, such as yours truly. Backstreet Boys turned into NSYNC, Spice Girls turned into Pussycat Dolls, Moby turned into David Guetta, Usher and J-Lo turned into Drake and Nicki Minaj, Faith Hill turned into Avril Lavigne, Eminem turned into Marshall Mathers, then into Slim Shady, and then back to Eminem. All striving to be the next American icon. My public waits. I am ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Sorry. Begone, Gloria Swansong! Shoo! Sorry. Trip-hop and industrial club music. With the invasion of anime came the invasion of techno music. Technically, that was back in the 80s, but it didn't become big mainstream until this era, when raves were all the rage. You've got your ecstasy, greenie meanies, crystal meth, cocaine, and other fun Zagnut delights ruling the underground club world. The pop-up clubs, that is. Usually in abandoned places, only known through flyers or word of mouth within that 24 to 48 hour period. That indeed was the party life of uppers. Now, uppers and downers, it is a drug term. I plead the fifth on how I have this knowledge. This is a 21 and over channel. I cannot stress enough that everything I say and do is a joke, sarcasm, and I do not condone partying in this manner whatsoever. Please keep your children off this channel and don't take everything I say to heart. God, dumbasses. Like, you really have to spell it out these days. The party life of downers, however, that's heroin, alcohol, and apparently amoxicillin. It's an antibiotic. Apparently it makes you feel drunk. I don't know. Brings us new grunge, which is introspective ballads, dude. Things like System of a Down, Green Day, Trivium, Nine Inch Nails, Tool, Smashing Pumpkins, Nirvana, and Alice in Chains. I'm a man, and in the box. Please don't demonetize me. Most took this as defying God and country, but artists and regular consumers took it as simply mocking censorship in a supposedly free country, man. God, those damn boomers simply can't understand what it's like for a modern teen, 'cause they never were one. Fuck. Before I move on, there was a huge burst in the 80s to 2000s of gangs. One of those groups were the neo-Nazis. I implore you to go watch 1998, right? Yes. American History X. Just fucking watch it. It's so good. Enjoy. You see, with gangs reflecting their styles greatly and mostly through their art, their music, rap and hip-hop was automatically associated with groups like the Crips, Bloods, and Folks. In turn, you have heavy rock, thrash metal, black metal, and satanic metal, which was just as instantly associated with the neo-Nazi and white supremacy gangs. That's things like Cradle of Filth, Demonacy, and Disturbed. You might get down with the sickness! Honestly, I don't think the gang thing was as strong as the media made it out to be. I mean, go figure, right? We all know this. But the Norwegian invasion and all the Nordic bands that got popular at the time kind of added to these controversies. To be fair, these are the whites that make Celts want to flee Poland in the night. It's up there. It wasn't a gang thing. It was considered a vampire trend thing. Personally, in high school, I was the whole werewolf witch bit, you know. What? Millennial, leave me alone. I didn't like Twilight. I thought that Queen of the Damned was the last cool one, and then, you know, just, it went to hell from there. I'm done. I am done, and I am done. Slanche to the Millennium and the Millennials. Slanche.